Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the collective for today. Today is Thursday, March 20th, 2025. You may follow me on the book, the talk, the tube, the lemonade, the blue sky social, the fan base, the Insta, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, fabulous. We love that for you. Whatever does not, please just leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. So I'm going to use the Shadowland Lenormand deck by Monica Odersky. I got this from La Panettere. One of the 9 decks that I got yesterday. Cute little bats. Kind of like a dark art kind of vibe to it. Kind of creepy. Kind of Kimmy. I dig it. It's funny because I was telling you guys, I don't know if it was yesterday or this morning when I was doing affirmations about Hattie Thorne, and like when she does a new set of decks, she'll have them on there for like $133 for the Oracle and the Tarot, and then she usually sends me a coupon. But it's funny because I ordered the sarsaparilla deck, which I used yesterday, and this morning, I don't think I used it yesterday. I think I used it this morning. I ordered that, and like not even like 2 days later, she came out with she had a whole other set, and I can't remember what it's called, but when I first looked at it, I was like, it doesn't really look like me. Yesterday, I was on her website, and I was looking at it, and I was like, maybe. Maybe. I got problems. I got too many decks. Actually, I was going to do a video for you guys. Again, I did one at the beginning of last year when I first started. And then I think I did one like in the summer or in the fall. Like where I just showed everybody my office. I don't think you understand. I don't think anybody understands how many decks I have. I'm pretty sure I probably have the most decks out of any tarot or oracle reader on YouTube or TikTok. I would almost guarantee it. Almost. I have decks here in the office, in my bedroom, and in my car. Now, in the console of my car, I probably only have like maybe 6 decks maybe in there. 5, 6, 7, something like that. My bedroom, I have 7 shelves. We got one on the table. And then I have everything in here. And I'm starting to putting them in my dresser. I'm actually thinking about taking most of the larger decks and putting them in the dresser. I don't know. I got problems. It's a beautiful problem to have. We got 2 on the table. Get out of here. Get out of here. We got 3 on the table. That's the most magnificent combo there ever was. I just realized too, when I show you the card, I'm gonna show you the card. I just noticed that. Hilarious. 4 on the table. told you this deck was a little dark. 7 on the table. A lot of these cards though remind me of the one that I did this morning for affirmations. Erica's Lenormand Hope deck by Erica Robinson. Looks like almost like similar worded cards. Okay, we got 7 on the table. We're going to do 2 more shuffles. One more shuffle. I decided when I got home I'm going to make ramen for dinner, and now it's all I can think about. Ramen. All right, I'm going to set this over here. We've got key. We've got the moon card. See how the moon is wearing a mask? Okay, the sun card. Look at that. The sun is a balloon. Like he's holding, like, and the sun does not look happy. I'm just saying. We got the house card. Fox. Child. Mountain. And bottom of the deck, cross. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. It doesn't matter. Okay, first off, somebody thinks, okay, because I'm trying to figure out how this goes together. Because with the fox, the child, and the mountain, someone is trying to hide, bury something about a child. Something like someone's being sneaky and they're trying to bury something about a child. Not bury a child, but like if a child is illegitimate, or if there's something wrong with a child but they don't want anybody to know about it, or a child was born but it was adopted, and like it's actually somebody's kid but nobody knows it's their kid. Like something secretive about a child. Somebody's trying to bury like some type of information, some type of evidence, like they're being sneaky with the fox card. And it's kind of funny because to me it almost looks like a little boy, little girl, a little boy, little girl, and it's like same thing with the mountain card. It looks like there's a little person there. With the cross card, like it's a cross to bear. Like it's, I mean, think about it. The longer you try to keep a secret, the harder it is. Like it's a heavy burden on your mind, your heart, your soul. It's, if you know something or you did something and you don't want somebody else to know about it, like that's a heavy burden for someone. I actually think that's how that all fits together. So with the key card, it's like somebody, it's going to sound funny when I say it, but it's like somebody's trying with the moon and the sun, day and night, okay? Night and day. Somebody is trying to keep this house together, to keep this home together. And they think the key to keeping this together is hiding whatever this secret is regarding this child. So let me throw this out here for you too, because I've talked about this before in past readings. Because it's just a peeve of mine. Okay, it annoys me when readers are like child, baby, child. Like, oh, you're pregnant. You're pregnant. You're pregnant. You're not pregnant with ideas, but you're always pregnant. Somebody is always pregnant. Okay. Okay. This child card, and I've said this before, take how it resonates for you, take how it resonates for your situation, because it could very well be an adult that behaves like a child, or an adult that is looked at as a child. Now, I'm just going to say it. This could be an adult that is childlike because they never grew mentally. This could be somebody that has um, learning disabilities, okay? Or this could just be an adult that behaves like a child. Like they just, I don't want to say they reverted back to childhood because that's not it. It's like this person is like ill mannered, ill behaved. They act like a child. Like they throw tantrums. I want this, I want that. You're a 40-year-old adult. Like, why are you demanding to be treated like a 5-year-old? Like that kind of energy. Day and night, someone is trying to keep this house together. To hide information about a child that they tried to bury, and this is a cross to bear, a burden. Bubbles, be quiet. I think that was Harley. Be quiet, baby. With the key card, too, somebody could have found out. Like somebody found the key to what was being hidden within this home, this child, this information. That could be it, too. Like somebody could have been looking for this information day and night. Like what's the deal with this child, right? Or adult. Again, it could be an adult. And it could be with the cross to bear the burden. So it's a burden for whoever's hiding this information about this child. But it also becomes the burden of whoever finds it out. Every time a new person finds it out, it's like, are you going to tell? Are you going to talk about it? Or are you going to keep it hidden? Like the rest of us keep it hidden. If you go along and you don't say anything and you just pretend like you never found out, you're carrying a burden, an unnecessary burden. Now, don't get me wrong, that's totally within anyone's right to do. Like, just an example. Like, let's say I'm friends with a woman at work, and um, she finds out her husband's cheating, and she decides she's going to get a divorce, and he works there too, and they have kids, and she doesn't want anybody to know, but she tells me. Do I tell other people at work? Do I tell my friends outside of work? Probably not. Like, I will keep that secret. I will keep that burden for her until she's, ready to, hey, I'm getting a divorce, blah blah blah. Like that, you know what I mean? Like, do you keep that burden? Do you not? Like, in that case, that seems pretty simple, right? But let's say, again, just an example. Um, I talked to my uncle, and we're chit chatting, right? Because we're buddies. And he admits to me, your aunt is gone. It's just me. The kids are older. I had a kid, an illegitimate kid with someone else that I had a one night stand with. I never told anybody. Do I tell my cousins? Or do I keep that burden for my uncle? Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's kind of funny that I pointed that out, right? The moon has a mask, and this little person is holding on to the sun like it's a balloon. It's like this has been masked. Like this information has been hidden. It's been masked. It's being kept quiet, but kept just the same. Oh, I forgot to the house card. It's the house from Psycho. If you never watched Psycho, I don't know what to tell you. Bubbles, I'm not opening the door until I'm done, babe. Okay, here's another thing that I just realized. When you look at this mountain, it looks like it has eyes, right? The hills have eyes. Doesn't matter if you never saw it. It is a movie. There was an original, there's a remake, whatever. The hills have eyes. This secret was buried, it was hidden. Maybe not. Maybe people knew and didn't say anything. Like, people figured it out and didn't say anything. So whoever whoever originally was hiding this information about this child, or again, an adult, they wouldn't know that somebody or someone's out there were like, oh, hey, maybe someone, that, and the other. They don't know that other people know. That's a possibility too. And those people knowing and not saying anything, it's a burden. Take how it resonates for you. And you guys know this. I say this all the time. We all live on this planet. We're all humans. We all experience the same type of things. I can honestly say that I could resonate with this if this was a secret about an actual child, and I could resonate with this if this was a secret about an adult with childlike behaviors, like acting like a child when, like a big baby, right? Like someone that doesn't know how to adult. I technically could resonate with both of those scenarios from my past. Nothing current, like I'm not involved with that energy myself anymore. But most definitely I could resonate with either scenario, honestly. Also, too, like, this kind of looks like a ghost, right? Kind of has a ghostly appearance. Whoever whoever originally, well, if it's okay, so if it's someone covering up the birth of a child, or if this is someone with childlike behaviors and it's being covered up, whoever originally was involved, they might have ghosted the situation. I also heard fly under the radar is what I heard. So let me create this scenario and use that as an example. Those two things as an example. So, like, let's say, and this is just an example, but let's say I had a kid and I didn't tell anybody, but I told my cousin, and her husband decided that they would raise my kid as their own. Okay. And we all agreed nobody was going to say anything. And let's say once they took my kid, I got the hell out of Dodge. I ghosted that situation. Like, moved to another town, moved to another state, something. Okay. And or let's say I got pregnant with an illegitimate child and I offered it up to my cousin and her husband, and they adopted my kid. This instance, this event, this occurrence just flew under the radar. Just like if people had been paying attention, if they had really been looking, they would have known something was off. There was something weird, like maybe I was fatter. Maybe the cousin was like, "Oh, I'm pregnant," but she never gained any weight. Or, like, there's just things that were missed, like they just flew under the radar, just happened to, nobody noticed. It all evened out, it all smoothed out. Something about flying under the radar. Like, people just missed seeing something. And again, that it could be like I said, a child situation, or it could be an adult situation, an adult behaving like a child. We've talked before. I don't want to go too much more into this, but because you guys can take how it resonates for you. But we've talked before about trauma, childhood trauma, and when we're exposed to childhood trauma and we can't figure out how to heal ourselves from that childhood trauma, typically as we grow older and older and older, sometimes, typically, sometimes, our mentality doesn't grow with us. So, all the stuff that I experienced as a kid, all the emotional, mental, verbal abuse, sexual assault, if I had sat in that energy as a 40 something year old person, where do you think my mentality would be? my mental growth would probably still be quote unquote childlike, like 10, 12, 14, younger, because you stay there. You're stuck in like that mindset. And not like all day every day. Like you can get up and act like adult and go to work and have a conversation, but it's just like underneath it all, like you still have that childlike mentality. And depending on how your past was, like if it was more negative, you're probably going to have more negative undertones. So like you're always going to be bitter, you're going to be angry, you're going to be jealous. You're not going to show a lot of empathy or compassion because nobody showed it for you, right? So you're just looking at an adult that never got past that, and they live in that type of energy where it's me kind of energy. Part of that too, you could say, stems from the fact that when they were a kid, they weren't me. Maybe they were ignored, mistreated, again, abused. So we talk about that. We've talked about that before. So if this is an adult acting like a child, that's what I mean. Like this is someone that never grew up mentally because they're still stuck in the past where they were abused. I mean, they can put on a good show, they can wear a mask. Like I said, they can go to work and get through the day. But at the end of the day, they could have fits of rage and temper tantrums and narcissistic like behavior because they're looking to fulfill what wasn't fulfilled as a child. Not really realizing, like, hey, like maybe don't behave like a turd, just because you were treated like a turd, don't behave like a turd. And we've talked about that before, where people can't transmute that energy. That's why people can't get over their past trauma. And when I say can't get over your past trauma, I know like some things take a long time to get over. I mean, I know that, we all know that. But when I say can't get over your trauma, I mean, we're talking like, 30, 40 years later, like you ever gonna get rid of that or look into that or all of that applies here. I don't, again, take what resonates for you because there's a couple different scenarios here when you look at these cards and the things that I saw and I heard. Hey, it's Olivia and the puppies. I haven't seen them in forever. We got snow this morning, y'all. We got like an inch of snow this morning. It is almost all gone already. There was some out on the street when I was driving home, but there is none here. None. We're supposed to get snow again on Monday. And I already cleaned out my car. I put all my blankets away and my winter coat. I threw it in my trunk. Anywho. Yeah, so take how it resonates for you. And maybe it doesn't resonate. Maybe it's too weird. That's fine. I hope you enjoyed the story. I hope it resonated, but if it did not, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it entertaining. I hope everybody has a lovely evening, lovely day, wherever you are in this fabuloso world. And I will talk to you later. Bye.